Yo, YouTube, what's going on in this video? I'm going to be talking about the science of semen retention. I haven't forgotten about semen retention. Semen retention is a way of life, it's a daily practice. You get to a stage where you do not want to lose your seed, you do not want to spill it, and it takes a lot of mental fortitude in order to get to that stage. Well, let me preface this video by saying I'm not a scientist, but this is just the scientific facts, the things that I'm about to say to you. So these particular numbers I'm about to state come from a Taoist book that I read, can't remember which one, probably one of Mantak Chia's works. But if you Google or use GPT, it will give you similar numbers. So the average man, I don't want to say the average man, I don't like that. Let's say the everyday man or the common man, we generate 1,500 sperm cells every single second. So based off that fact, that's 90,000 in 1 minute, 5.4 million in 1 hour. We're constantly producing sperm cells. And in a single day, that's 129.6 million sperm cells that we're generating. And by the way, each ejaculation, from a single ejaculation, you can lose, so in the Taoist book, it said between 200 and 500 million sperm cells. But of course, it can be less than this. Obviously, there's ways to, obviously, this is a vast topic, but there's ways to ejaculate and release less. And there's also, on the other end, you can release more. I did some quick research, said you can lose up to 1.2 billion sperm cells from a single ejaculation. That's if you're giving your all into it. So essentially, it's a scientific fact that your body reabsorbs excess semen. So people think, oh no, when you retain for too long, you just have wet dreams. No, guys, I hate to say it to you, but a wet dream is weak. If you're spiritually weak and mentally weak, you're gonna get demons trying to attack you in your dream state and stuff like that. It gets to a stage where you no longer have wet dreams. It just doesn't happen anymore. So your body reabsorbs the excess semen. So it's not like you can have too much semen within your body. But the way I see it is that you should always have 1 billion sperm cells going through your system. And in order to get to 1 billion, it's just 7 days of retaining. I think the exact number is like 7.72 days of retaining, according to the stats that I mentioned at the start of the video. So, and then your body gets to reabsorb. So for the common everyday man, who's most likely ejaculating a couple of times a week, probably more. But the average everyday man doesn't go 7 days holding the seed. I can promise you that. So they don't even allow their body. So people ask me questions, oh, your skin's good, or your energy's high. It's because I don't go around releasing my seed all the damn time. If you go around releasing your seed all the time, you can just see it when you walk out on the street. You can see people who release their seed. Not like you're thinking that they release the seed, but you can just tell. Like you can just tell that they have no sexual discipline, no sexual control. And that's why semen retention, I believe, is one of the ultimate disciplines for a man, next to fasting. I would put fasting on top of it because yeah, people just have no sexual discipline. So you need to allow your body to reabsorb. So it takes, I'd say, 1 to 2 weeks for your body to reabsorb the semen that you've held onto. Don't think you have to retain 30 days, 60 days. Then your body's reabsorbing it, feeding the energies to your organs, giving you more power, giving you more energy. But if you're constantly releasing every 3 days, every 4 days, even if you're releasing every week, your body doesn't even get time to reabsorb semen. So that's why I always recommend for you to, like, I know some more advanced people, like, it's not a bad thing to ejaculate, obviously. Obviously, I don't recommend it unless you're procreating or unless you're with a woman that you love and you want to share your energy with her and in turn receive loving, healing, feminine energy in return. But I don't recommend, like, some people do stick to an ejaculation frequency and stuff like that every 2 weeks, every month. If you're disciplined enough to do that, okay, I will ejaculate every 2 weeks or I will ejaculate every 3 weeks, and you can stick to that, that's fantastic. That will build your discipline. But most people don't do that. They'll ejaculate several times in 2 weeks. So yeah, this is just from a scientific standpoint. So you hear about and it's a scientific fact as well, on the 7th day of abstinence, that your testosterone is increased by 45%. And then the more you go, it sort of like just bases out. But abstinence does increase your testosterone levels. So yeah, that's the message.